Before everything, I just want to say thank you for all the nice comments, the feedback, and all the helpful interaction the last week we got. It makes me feel my opinion matters and is impactful. For the prelude, this video will focus on solo Pycno combat on officials. This will be a much more in-depth video than the last. Unfortunately, I only have time to cover the recommended build demonstrated in that video. If you've yet to watch the build guide video, I very much suggest you do that before continuing to watch this video. This video will expand on previous notions that were either not mentioned sufficiently or not covered entirely. All of these clips are from October 10th through October 11th, 2025, so before Ramps TLC. Some of these clips feature me in a group. Nonetheless, the happenings in this video will relate to and benefit solo Pycno adventures. In order to engage in combat, one must be able to reach the fight. Deep breaths is a very useful tool when moving from place to place. Make sure this ability is perpetually, even most of the time while in combat, active. This ability buffs your stamina regen by 40%, making it practical to be always in use. With this being said, make sure you only utilize this ability when you know you will be able to trot. Do not use it if you're actively running away from something, as it takes a decent amount of stamina to use. Moreover, as a niche tip, activate deep breaths as you are running because the buff takes a second or two to actually register. In addition to being able to arrive to the fight, making sure you are in good stamina and health is vital. When you are running, make sure not to deplete your stamina pool past around 80%. This ensures that you'll never be forced into a fight that you'll be unable to escape. It also guarantees your ability to start a fight as you see a prey item. Having a near full stamina pool means a likely successful hunt. Likewise, having an adequate health pool, especially when combating dinos your slottage and higher, will increase your probability of finishing the fight in one fell swoop. Luckily for you, Pycno has relatively quick health and stamina regen. This promotes your movement while seeking to actively heal. You can, as long as you have ample food and water, regenerate your health while trotting. For me, I usually fully rest until I'm around 70% health before I start to pursue another fight. Keep in mind that Pycno's wake up animation takes around 3 seconds until you may proceed. This can be problematic when resting too close or being surprised by an opponent. To be germane to this video, let us begin with the playables you are and are not likely to win against. For the sake of time, I will not be showing you how to combat every playable, only a select number. If you wish to see exactly how to play against each dino, please indicate so in the comments. This is a compiled list of every dino and your chance of triumph. The order in which these dinos are composed corresponds to the ease or difficulty of your winning, being that the higher they are on the list, the easier it is for you to secure the kill. The powerless row refers to your ability to eliminate this playable. The invulnerability row refers to your inability to eliminate this playable. Ability, inability. This means they either will kill you if the fight persists, or they will lose your gleaning. The rows are only an indication of when your chances of winning fall below 50%. Note that only dinos who possess combative competency are on this list. Supplementally, notice that descendingly, the last 5 playables are herbivores and occupy a higher combat weight. This is purposeful, as Pycno is, comparatively, exceedingly limited when combating herbivores. The Pycno just doesn't stand as much of a chance against herbivores as it does against carnivores. I believe this is due to the general steel-like nature of the herbivore category, as they're designed to be defensive, which Pycno is notoriously bad against. As an adjunct, since Pycno occupies a rather odd combative niche, the opponents you face, depending on their weight relative to yours, will mostly play very similarly. Because of this, I hope the pointers I present later in the video will be applicable in most fights. What makes the Pycno cumbersome is the very same thing that can make it king. Its precise movement. Pycno has a substandard turn speed, but when paired with its strange figure, its precise movement decides whether the fight is won or lost. Skillful, precise movement is so very important when in combat. It spells the difference between a good and a bad Pycno player. Looking at the dinosaur's frame, it is distinctly mostly legs. This is fundamental as a shorter opponent must be exceptionally close to you and precise when attacking. This effect offers a considerable advantage as, with sufficient movement, you can dodge attacks while still dishing out damage. This is eternally impactful due to the fact that this skill synchronizes with Pycno's glass cannon disposition. When one adds bite and head slam with quality precise movement, there are very few fights that can be lost. In addition to this direction, never face tank as a Pycno. Even if the opponent is a lower combat weight, try as hard as you can to never exchange blows. This demands you use precise movement to meander away from your adversary and bite at the farthest distance possible. This finesse guarantees that you won't be too close to your opponent, that you cannot hit them while they can hit you. Please understand that this strategy is not as effective when playing with the head slam. Pycno's bite is made complex due to Pycno's height and the limited and downward trajectory of the attack. For this reason, I believe this seemingly simple attack has broad potential. For starters, the angle of your camera when you bite matters regularly, and since the bite's hurtbox is active for nearly a second, you can add to its range by moving your camera. This feature is a necessity when facing creatures smaller than you. For me, it is furiously shaking my mouse while either tail riding or using precise movement against a dino. Despite what the bite animation might have you believe, Pycno's bite does not have a longer range when placing your camera above what you're intending to reach. This is an artifact of the oddity of the bite animation itself. The bite appears to be downward facing, but in reality, the hurtbox is level with the Pycno's neck. Keep this especially in mind when fighting Megs, as you may need to look down more towards the ground when biting. I understand this seems obvious, but to maximize damage per second, try to use bite whenever you're in range of your opponent when head slam is on cooldown. I've seen many players focus too much on head slam that they forget they can use bite to boost their damage dealt. This is chiefly when tail riding a dino. Head slam is, arguably, the most skillful and risky ability in the entire game. As you already know, it deals 120 damage upon connecting and a 3-second daze when not connected. These ingredients engender an extraordinarily high skill ceiling. This should not produce a reluctance to the ability, but an eagerness to use it and learn it. For the continued practice and use of this ability will raise your ferocity in a brawl and your gleaned enjoyment from it. This does not mean to always go for head slam in every situation provided. Playables your size and smaller are generally difficult to hit with this attack, and can be painful if you miss. Not to get too specific, but I find that head slamming Conk, Achillo, and especially Dasp can be very enigmatic. Because of this reality, it may be easier to win by just biting. Furthermore, try to connect this ability when your opponent is either predictable, stuck, or not moving. I will attempt to depict this technique in future examples. Take into consideration that you can use juke even if you are dazed. This can often lessen the punishment from an enemy, as they'll be hitting your tail or body. A head slam pairs best with a robust juke. These two abilities can go beautifully hand in hand. as they both are fast animations and have short cooldowns. A head slam plus juke can yield wonderfully. To pull off this combo, you need to walk in one direction while glancing behind you until your opponent is, depending on its size or speed, roughly proximate to your tail. You then need to head slam, wait about a fifth of a second, then juke while looking at their center. This increases your chance of successfully landing the attack while also receiving the least amount of damage. You also have a better chance of landing this attack if they are at a higher elevation than you. Again, this is not recommended against larger dinos or to use in every situation, but it is a marvelous thing to achieve. Instead of head slamming, you can also use bite. This adjacent combo requires you to bite after you juke. Use this against smaller creatures. As a slight tangent, please do not use juke while charging. I see way too many new Pycno players try this. It is so infrequently beneficial. It only uses extra stamina, and a lot at that. This last ability section will cover how to use the charge ability as well as general movement when you're in or out of combat. Firstly, charge is useful, but it is the least useful ability I have so far gone over. But it has applications, of course. These being tap charging, for moving towards or away from enemies, reducing bleed to trotting multiplier, and catching up to a dino already low on stamina. Tap charging is when you charge for a very short duration to gain momentum faster than you would if you started to run. This is usually used when tail riding a creature that is just out of reach. You don't need to make this charge connect with your opponent, as it'll only do very little damage. This tip is for quickly reaching where you intend to attack while they are not yet facing you. You can also use this for moving away from an enemy, though not as practical. It can reduce your bleed to only a trotting multiplier. Lastly, you can chase a creature by charging it. I'd recommend you only do this if you know you can secure the kill, if the target's low on health or stamina. For the second part of this section, I will illustrate advice that I couldn't find anywhere else to mention in this video. If you are running braced legs, make sure you apply it to your advantage by moving up or down an incline. This multiplies your momentum and can help you catch up to or flee a fight. The duality of Pycno is that it hugely benefits from moving on a slope, but it is comically bad with heights. Ensure that you try not to engage with a dino or that has heavy knockback while on high ground. As a test, if you made it this far into the video, add the word absurd somewhere into your comment. The last part of this video will present examples with helpful live commentary on what I did, why I did it, and what I could have done better. So this is a fight against a conch. It's just behind the rock. Here, I sneak up to it. I try to get as many hits in as I can, even if they're tail attacks. It's a small little chase. I'm trying not to use too much of my stamina here, but I keep getting tiny little hits. I'm gonna go for a charge here in a little. Not very great charge. I could have done that better. See how I'm not face tanking, not even against the conch. I'm using my precise movement, I'm backing away, I'm doing my best not to face tank. The conch gets stuck on me and I get a head slam. It's running, it's low, I charge because of the bleed, and to get to it faster, more bites. See how I'm shaking my head as I bite. It gets stuck on me, I get a few extra bites for free. It very unfortunately dies to fall damage here. Very interesting. Okay, so this next clip is against an Aki. Good charge hit, very close. Charge didn't do much damage, but the bite did. I'm using precise movement here, trying to evade attacks. Chasing after the Kilo, I know it's going to try to hop up onto a Hoodoo. Quick tap charge, didn't hit it. It was a good juke afterwards. Trying to get any bites I can as I shake my head. Here, I know the Kilo's going, so I can get a predictive head slam. It's going to jump up on the Hoodoo, but it'll die later. Running after it, this is maybe a few minutes later, we had a few other fights. Quick charge. I wouldn't recommend charging like that, but it secured the kill. So this is a group fight. I'm up against a bunch of things. Conch, Serato, Aloe. Here, the head slam doesn't hit because the Conch is too far away, and I'm higher than it. You want your opponent to be at a higher elevation than you when trying the head slam, generally. Trying to chase after the Conch, I noticed the Serato and Aloe. I'm looking for head slam on the Serato, but the Aloe is just too close to it. I'll try to go for another head slam here. I'll miss it again because I'm on a higher elevation. At a higher elevation. So this is a Pycno kill. Here I'm trying to line up a head slam. I successfully get the head slam, which means I'm probably going to win the fight. See how I'm still not trying to face tank? I'm trying to just get as many bites off as I can while tail riding, and hope to secure the kill by stamina usage. It decides to charge, so I do the same. We're probably using the same amount of stamina. And here it just decides to give up for some reason. And my friend finishes the kill. Brilliant. Here's another Pycno kill. For some reason it's running Bulldozer. Pretty bad idea. Tries to charge up a tail attack. I charge into it. I get a good head slam off by moving my camera. I'm tail riding the Pycno as best as I can. In the same term, speed. It tries another tail attack and hits it. Does very little damage. This I wouldn't recommend. This charge, very predictable, uses a bit of stamina. Pycno could have got away probably if it got the charge off. But it didn't quite get away. We were planning to get the trophy here, and this Packy just decided to pick it up. So it too must die. It's going uphill, which is good for the Pycno if you've braced legs. It just keeps on running. I'm pretty low on stamina, so I'm looking to really finish this fight. Now, I wouldn't recommend, if the Packy were better, I would not recommend doing this, but I ended up getting a running head slam on it. Very good. I didn't expect it, and it's dead. So in this clip, it is me killing two styes. I get a quick head slam off of the first one. It's trying to tail ride me. It's not doing well. I wouldn't recommend that head slam. It was very risky. Very difficult to see. And now all I need to do is really bite to get killed. Got quite a bit of bleed, but as you'll see, it doesn't matter very much. This next die, I'm looking to charge to ruin its momentum. And as soon as I get the charge, I use it. It kind of slows down, and here I'm able to head slam it. I think I actually head slam its tail, and it dies. This is probably the best clip that I have in this entire video. It's me against a full-grown Aloe. I play it pretty perfectly. Good head slam here. Trying not to face tank it. Face tanking Aloe is instant death. I just want to get the head slams off. So here I'm charging wave tap charge just to stop it from attacking me. I'm looking for the head slam juke. I could have timed that head slam a little bit earlier. I get it off. I'm very low on health. I'm kind of worried that the others are going to join in on the fight. I get another head slam. It's very low. I know that. I'm bleeding. I want to finish the fight. I get a good charge bite, and fight's over. I'm on trophy cooldown here. I get this Campto to pick up the trophy just to prove that it was trophy worthy. Took some gesturing. And nodding its head. Yes. Wonderful. Okay, so this clip is me and a few others against 2 Rexes. One Rex is already low. In fact, it goes down within the first few seconds. I see it's not facing me. I get a good head slam in, and I'm just trying to bite at it while it can't hit me. Tap charge just to get the momentum and get up to it quickly. I'm stunned here, so I'm sort of walking away. The first Rex goes down, and now I try to get the trophy, but I'm looking at the second Rex. It's not facing me. I charge, I bite, then the head slam. Head slam is got precise moves, so it only ends up hitting my tail, and I'm just looking for any little amount of damage I can put onto it. I charge so it doesn't hit my head again. As soon as it stops facing me, another charge. Fortunately, I don't hit the charge. Risky head slam on its body. Trying to just meander away from that head. It's bleeding, it's pretty low. I don't know how that head slam didn't hit. It wasn't that bad. Charging me. I just sort of wait until it's not facing me again. As soon as it's not, another charge bite. And I'm just waiting. Gets another hit off on my tail. And it's just about to die. I know it's super low. And so I go for a run right slam. Get the kill, and I get the trophy. This last clip is 2 of my friends fighting each other. One of them is a new Pycno, and the other one is a sub-Mirror Gaia. The Pycno is not running head slam, which made the full factor in this fight. Could have won very easily, and instead it uses Horn Swipe. It's like 5 damage a hit. It's doing effectively nothing. And also, Juke's way too late. This little Demon, I think I kill a Lat later, but not important. Pycno is just running in circles. It could very well Juke head slam if it had that. Here it jukes, then charges. I'm sure that's 25% of its stamina. It's also envenomed. Another Horn Swipe, which did essentially no damage. Pretty good bite, but it starts focusing its tail. Another Horn Swipe. I think this person was expecting me to do something here, but I was just enjoying the show. This little Lat that was a bit annoying. Trying not to use too much of my stamina on it. It just, well, dies. There's not much to it. It's a good charge. I end up getting the trophy. And I just sit and watch the rest of this fight. Pycno is still running. Was running for pretty much the entire time of the cut clip. so it has essentially no stamina, and it is still trying to bite this sub-mirror guy. I think here it starts getting angry with me. I mean, agreeably so, I can understand. It's expecting me to help, but a good Pycno would, with head slam at least, would very easily be able to win this fight. But here, it's not the case. It's looking a little diseased, starts attacking me, hoping that I would do something, and it goes down. This is my combat guide for the Pycno. Before you go, I would very much appreciate feedback, like what I could improve on video making, script writing, or gameplay wise. If you feel that there is something I left out of this video, or you have an imposing counter-argument, please feel free to state so in the comments. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. It would mean tons. Thank you for watching.